given that there were 15 combined strikes landed in this fight. Actually, not combined, thrown. 15 thrown strikes combined between Curtis Blaydes and Tom Aspinall. There's not much to talk about, man. Curtis Blaydes landed 4 total strikes. Tom Aspinall landed 3. So I guess if you're just saying numbers never lie, yes, Curtis Blaydes won. But the key that we need to take away here, man, is that Tom Aspinall came out hot. He came out ready to go, and it looks like he was not intimidated from that shot of Curtis Blaydes, because if he was, he wouldn't have been going in crazy, flying knee to open up the fight. So given that people are saying that this might not be the biggest injury for Tom Aspinall, it might be an MCL, not an ACL, given the way that he was holding his knee. We're really not sure, man. We have to wait until the MRI comes out. You would know more about the knee injury than I would. They're saying that it could be 6 weeks before he makes his return. So that's not like a year layoff, Moan. That's not a 6-month layoff. You know, it could be 6 weeks. You're training again. You're doing your thing. This isn't the end of Tom Aspinall, clearly, but he ran into a little hiccup. How is this hiccup different, AJ, than Chris Daukaus' hiccup against Derek Lewis? Or was it Derek Lewis? Who did he get knocked out by? Was it Derek Lewis?
See, I think it was.
Yeah, whoever Curtis Blaydes just lost to, how is this hiccup different? You know what I mean? Because Tom Aspinall didn't particularly get knocked out. He got stopped because the knee blew out, but talk to me, brother. Walk me through the difference between the momentum of these two fighters.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna check it just to double check which it was that Curtis Blaydes lost to. Yeah, or that he just beat Chris Daukaus. And I think it has to be because it was a round 2, 70 seconds in the round 2. So I think what makes it the big difference is we actually got to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like with Chris Daukaus, we saw X's and O's were working very much in the favor of Curtis Blaydes. Whereas in this one, technically Curtis Blaydes threw more, landed a little bit more. We can see what it was, but you just didn't have enough data to actually make a legitimate decision or have the outcome of this fight have a legitimate impact on the Tom Aspinall's future. I mean, I credit it all to that Dr. Brian Suter on YouTube. Shout out Dr. Brian Suter, because he gives you some of the best knowledge, and they're talking about PCL. So it's another one that's the ACL level, probably not as bad. But it did give everyone a little bit of pause for concern for the fact that Tom Aspinall was in pain when it happened. So that right there is a little much, because as if you've ever torn a ligament in your knee, it doesn't really hurt. Doesn't really hurt at all. Kind of you hear it, you feel it. It's like, it is what it is. But when it hurts, you're like, oh shit, something else in there is a little bit more damage. And I think that's kind of the more concern. The fact that there's something else that's a nagging or a pain that's going on. So I think that's kind of where I'm a little more concerned for this. But I don't think you can really justify making a big Tom Aspinall, his career is over. He's going to be a journeyman from now on. There's no reason for that at all. That's where I feel the difference comes into play. What about you?
Yeah, no, sounds about good, man. Honestly, we didn't see anything, so that's really the whole entire takeaway from that is we didn't see enough. Tom Aspinall will be back. My question is, will these two ever see each other again in the octagon?
Oh yeah. Especially because Curtis Blaydes doesn't really want to fight him again. I think there'll be a little not bad blood, but maybe a storyline to come out of this one.
Yeah, there could be a little heat, a little, one of those, oh yeah, we fought and I won, and then, all the years down the road, it's like, all right, brother, we got to do it again. Whether it's for a belt or not, I do think they will meet again. We hit on the under, unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Speedy recovery to Tom Aspinall, but we hit on the under, both of us. I got the TKO prop on that one, and I mean, if you bet on Curtis Blaydes by TKO, that's plus 300, so you have to take it in the book. But honestly, like we said in the beginning, there's not really much to say about this main event. It was marred by injury. The fans kind of got robbed here, but it is what it is. Curtis Blaydes, by default, gets the win, and I do hope to see these two in the octagon again very, very soon.